October marks the new ban list, and it would appear that we got some cool new deck lists to showcase what that new format can do for the OCG. Let's dig on into this, shall we? Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So the first list we're going to be looking at here is Phantom Knight Brave. And we've seen countless times so far that a lot of these decks in the OCG are taking advantage of the Omni Negate that you are able to place into situations and easily have access to. And to top things off, you get access to a discard outlet through Journey down here, which gives you searchability. Set up that Omni Negate. And there's just a whole lot of good stuff happening here with this deck that kind of makes the boards, it makes pretty intimidating. So we have triple copies of Aquamancer the Sanctuary. Alright, so you can splash from this card if you have a Brave token, sure. Then you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard to add a Rite of Armisia from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Technically, if you set this up correctly, and you have to open up with something like Journey, you can discard, you can search this and discard this and then trigger it depending on where you set up. I mean, if not, you just kind of hard draw or hard set up the right and go to town. We have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Hand Trap. One copy of Celestial, one copy of Dasher. For whatever reason, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer is still allowed in the OCG. One of the most toxic splashable cards that any two monsters can put together effectively in their format, and they've just left it alone. So at this point in time, it's interesting that the OCG's got another 3 months of dealing with this for now. We have triple copies of Maxi, of course, and then we have 2 copies of Ancient Cloak, 1 Ragged Gloves, triple Silent Boots, and triple copies of Torn Scales. This is your basic Phantom Knight package here. I do agree with the ratios here, except for maybe the triple Silent Boots. I think a lot more builds would try to push towards just playing 2 of those, but it is a generic extender for all things considered, so I guess that's fine. And we have 1 Omni Negate here. And then we have 2 copies of Called by the Grave and 2 copies of Crossout Designator. Remember, Crossout Designator just recently went to 2 for their format, so now they're just on an even split of 2-2 here. Then we have the 1 Draco back, the Dragon Steed, equipped only to a monster you control. And then basically if it's equipped to a non-effect monster, you get to once per turn bounce something the opponent controls, which is absolutely really good. Alright, and then if it's basically discarded or sent to the graveyard, it can re-equip, which is free real estate. We have 1 Foolish Barrel, and then we have triple copies of the most absurd card in the deck, Fusion Destiny. We have 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Journey of Destiny, 1 Rhoda, triple copies of the broken Rite of Armisia, just free special summon, free setup Journey, and then basically get your equipped card out of the deck. So much good here, written on 1 card. Then we have triple copies of Fogblade, and 1 copy of Wings. Down here in the extract, we have 1 Rusty Tin Can, 1 Anaconda, 1 Link Spider, 1 Unicorn, the 1 Cherubini, and the 1 Access Code, with 2 Break Sword, 1 copy of Utopic Future, with the Utopic Future Draco, 2 Leviair, 1 Downard, 1 Zeus, and the 1 copy of the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Inside deck here we have 1 Alpha, 2 copies of Lancia, 2 Droll and Lockbird, 1 Gamma Seal, 1 Ghost Ogre, 2 Nibiru, the 1 Token Collector, 1 Harpies. Oh, excuse me. This should disregard this. Shouldn't be here. My mistake. It was 14 cards. I accidentally put 2 Harpies in here when I built this. 2 Lightning Storms, the 1 Twin Twister, and the 1 Imperial Order here. Wrapping up Phantom Knight, Brave, Destiny Hero. Man, that's literally a mouthful. But this is essentially what toolbox decks look like in the OCG right now. Minus, like including crossout designators everywhere, trying to get those best ample results. But this, to me, this is a lot of good combo pieces moving in the right direction here to kind of show that, oh, hey, this looks like it's working out relatively well. Next up here, we have Dinosaur. Now, the OCG, yes, they finally got an additional copy of Overraptor, which means that this deck can kind of start to do things. Once again, you're going to see this called by and crossout designator. Like, now that this is limited to 2, so many more players are going to take advantage of this and be like, well, I mean, it's limited. You may as well shove it into the deck to maximize those results. I also like down here that we are splashing in the Zoo package here just so we have access to that easy Zeus. Because 2 level 4 monsters is Zeus, so why not take advantage of it? We have triple copies of Animador, Archazor, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, triple copies of little baby Cerosaurus. Then we have the one Celestial with the one Dasher, one Pinkertops, one Giant Rex, two Maxi, triple copies of Miscellaneous Cerosaurus, one Overtex Kotos, triple copies of Pterodon, two copies of Oviraptor, one Ultimate Conductor, two copies of Called by the Grave, two copies of Crossroad Designator, two copies of the Double Evolution Pill, one Foolish Barrel, triple copies of Fossil Dig, triple copies of Fusion Destiny, triple copies of Pot of Prosperity, and one copy of Infinite Impermanence. Wrapping up the main deck here. Interesting enough, this kind of makes this deck a lot more streamlined. Dinosaurs have had that very much backseat feel here for a while. I kind of feel like triple Pterodon might be a bit much. I feel like you could round out the main deck down to a nice steady 40 by reducing that, but okay. And then we have one Secure Gardener, one Vertanaconda, one Link or Lina, one Linkaribo, one Unicorn, one Phoenix, one IP, one Apollosa, one Access Code, one Shakanine, one Borbo, one Dolka, one copy of Zeus, one Abyss Dweller, and one copy of the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Interesting enough, we are not playing Logi in this deck. I feel like they want more of an advantage engine from something like Lina based on how their metagame kind of goes over there. Then we have one copy Lancia, one Doggeron, triple copies of Droll and Lockbird, one copy Maxi, two Nibiru. Then we have one Cataroost with the one copy of the Barrage here. So this is interesting. So technically, if you start off with this and you can establish for this, you basically give your Exceed protection so you can drop a Zeus on the field, so you don't have to worry about Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. It doesn't really answer it, but it does give you like a board wipe so that when whatever situation you can find yourself in, you at least can, pressure for damage or attempt to, cover your bases where you can. We also have one Harpy's Feather Duster, the two Lightning Storm, the one Pure Order, and the one copy of the Red Reboot here. Wrapping up, I would say this is about as standard as it's going to get for dinos in the OCG. Yeah, triple Misk, double Oviraptor is pretty interesting. It's always been interesting when you look at the OCG because I've always had like more emphasis on the on the Misk here, but they always put Oviraptor and locked it in the closet. So interesting to see that they are freeing this up. I wonder if it'll make any difference truly once we shift further into the next list. And the last list we have here is, yes, Salamangreat. So the OCG finally gets to experience triple Salamangreat Circle. Now my problem here is how much does this actually matter? Because Gazelle's still limited to one. I don't care how good of a searcher this actually is. I mean, hey, maybe the protection effect is what you're going to value more here. You have multiples of these, but, 3 circle just kind of feels very lackluster because of this. So, I don't know, we'll have to... I can see a lot of the resemblance here from some of the TCG ideas here. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, triple copies of Fame Buffalo. Of course, Lady Debug does exist, but the overall value I think you get from the Buffalo is just better. We have one Ghost Bell, triple copies of Maxi, one Falco, triple Foxy, the one Gazelle, triple copies of Jack Jaguar, two copies of Spinny, two copies of Called by the Grave, one Signet Mining, two copies of Forbidden Droplet, triple copies of Salamangreat Circle, one Sanctuary, one Will, triple copies of Vivid Permanence, one copy Salamangreat Rage, two Roar. This feels right. We have two Solemn Strike and two copies of Solemn Warning here, wrapping up the main deck. Lack of Pot of Desires in this deck feels very weird as well. Down here in the next deck, we have one Update Jammer and the one Transcode Talker for the Chizo TK. We have one Splash Mage, then we have triple Wolf, two Heat Leo, triple Balinix, the one Hita, the one Heatzel, must be nice, one Access Machine, and the one Mirage Dahlia. And then side deck here, we have two Lancia, one Doggeron, two Droll and Lockbird, two Nibiru, two Cosmic Cyclone, the one Droplet, the one Harpy's Feather Duster, the one Lightning Storm, the one Talents, the one in Pure Order, and the one Red Reboot here. Wrapping up Salamangreat. I still feel like you'd want to play Desires with triple copies of Circle, though, because obviously, you're going to try to Circle to get your Gazelle out of the deck so you can set up. All right, the TCG's been doing that for a while. Maybe I just want to see generic draw cards, or maybe they're just like, Maxi acts as the generic draw card, but I feel like without that, it feels incomplete at the end of the day. So what do you guys think about Salamangreat? Oh, really everything from today's video. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash the love and crap out, subscribe button, so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later. They have some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out Vanquill40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by Vanquill40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mquillgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.